The revival on Bancroft Street continues as St. Francis football is off to a 4-1 start to their season, including a win over crosstown rival St. John's on Friday night. A victory that got the attention of Mark Coons and Mike Robinson for the Dunn Drive of the Week.
The Dunn Drive of the Week is presented by Dunn Chevy. A great deal is a done deal.
Well, football is certainly a game of momentum as we welcome in Mike Robinson from Game Day Nation and Overtime and College Ball Weekly and Little Rockets and Fourth and Goal and everything else that you're doing. Got some time for us tonight.
Hey, I always got time for you, Mark, especially when it's the Dunn Drive of the Week.
Let's get right into it. St. Francis, St. John's. The Knights led the entire game, but the Titans took some momentum late in the second quarter, carried over into the third quarter. That's when St. Francis brings us our Dunn Drive of the Week.
Hey, you know what? When you got St. Francis, this team right here, Coach Lincoln, he's got them playing extremely well. 4-1 at this point because of this drive right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Corey Swartz behind the center has been doing an excellent job this year. But take a look. 1st and 10. Who you give the ball to? You give it to Eli Bill. 190 yards this game, but on that one, it was a 20-yard gainer. That is huge. That's a back-breaking run right there, especially midway through the third. And then you give it to his uncle. Yes, that's his uncle right there. Give it to Mr. Brown as he gets downfield, breaking the ankles of the Titan defenders. They got to find a way to slow it down. But when you got options like that, you got another one too. You always got to fall asleep on the quarterback. Well, don't fall asleep on the quarterback because that guy, he can do it too. They saw it a little bit earlier in the game as well. Who do you do it to? You give it to the nephew. He got great footwork, speed, and power. The mark of a good running back is this, having a great offensive line. Look at it. Falling forward, Martin Garcia, Jaden Berry, and all those big fellas up front, Big Polk. This offensive line is serious, and this running game is also serious. Eli Bill, another phenomenal night. This kid is serious. He is in contention for Player of the Year. St. Francis, comeback team of the year, in my opinion. Yep. That's a Dunn Drive.
First time St. Francis has beaten St. John's since 2013. A 10-game losing streak comes to an end. Knights, they will host UD Jesuit this week, while St. John's heads up to Detroit to take on Brother Rice. As we take a look at the BCSN games coming up this Friday, the big game, obviously, Mike Robb, is in the Northern Lakes League. We're finally going to get those Buckeye divisional games. Anthony Wayne and Whitmer, we get to see the Panther offense going against that Anthony Wayne defense. You
know, absolutely. And this is a game that you look at it on paper and you say it should be pretty even. I think this is a Panther game. They got to come out here and dominate. They've been on a nice streak here, finding rhythms to push defenses back. So I'm not sure if Anthony Wayne's offense is good enough and up to the talent, but don't let me get on their bulletin board. Let me just say that. I think that Grant Kenny and these guys are always the dark horse team. So Whitmer has to bring the A game, but this is going to be one of those fun matchups.
Another fun matchup up in Michigan, Whiteford and Summerfield. Longtime rivals are not necessarily going to be playing a whole lot more after this season as the conference's realignment even hitting Michigan. So that'll be another one of our broadcast games on Friday night. Of course, you can see all those games on the BCSN Plus app, or simply join us in studio with Mike Robb, along with Mike Joel Sebastianelli from 7 to 10:30. Then 10:30 is overtime. Mike Robb, thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark.